I didn't think Cold Killer could do this, but apparently Cold Killer done knocked some sense into Summer. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blazer.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 wah,
for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Voodoo Doll TV, bake with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And girl, we over here playing with the Baddies, girl, of Baddies Africa, episode 100. Girl, when is the season episode over with? Like, for real, I'm not even being funny, girl. This gotta be like episode like 29, 35, 60. Girl, what is going on? It's almost like they don't even care about a season, but it is what it is. Baddies Africa, we over in London. Ain't got nothing to do with Africa, yet and still. It's Baddies Africa, and the girls are still twisting up. Now, we got girls coming back. Obviously, Pretty P came back. Rican came back from prison. And it's a few other girls that's, going in and out. Nevertheless, if they had beef on the way out, the girls are coming back with the beef. It's a lot of stuff going on in the baddie sphere, and these girls are making it to London just to fight. And I'm over here saying I hope them people don't pull out a baton and pop one of y'all upside the head, because they need to. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, Pretty P came back. Rican came back from prison. Then Summer turns around and throws a bottle on Cold Killer. Offer Cold Killer to hop in the confessional to tell us that she was going to get a lick back with Summer. And then she got a lick back and turned her into Charleston White. Girl, it's a lot going on. And Summer retreated after that. I said, oh yeah, she must have got you, Summer. Girl, it was a lot. We got Tavy and Lex still going back and forth. I'm so over Lex and Scotty. We got a lot of the girls fighting. Dolly getting back in the paint. She's still waiting on Ivory. Po Fina done got her nose cracked for the first time. Girl, I remember the first time I got mine cracked, girl. Welcome to the party. You're late. But Fina got her nose cracked, but she gonna be all right. She pretty, or whatever the case may be. But there's a lot of other fights and a lot of other situations going on in the episode, and we're gonna get in here and talk about it. But let me tell y'all something. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on the Lex versus Scotty thing. I think they scissoring and I'm over it. However, the Lex and Tavy situation never ceased to amaze me. Seeing that Tavy always be ready for the fight until it's time to fight. Girl, look, we got a lot going on the episode and we're going to touch on it all. I need you guys to do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you drop down in them comments as well and let me know what you think about this episode so I can hear your thoughts. But ultimately, make sure y'all hit them notifications bells so you'll know when I go live and or upload new content, okay? Without further ado, I need y'all to do me one favor. And for those who've been here, you already know what it is. Grab your tings. Grab your tings, your liquor, your earbud, your za. Whatever it is, just do it responsibly. And let's get right on into the episode, child. So now the episode opens up where we left off. Summer had hit Cold Killer with a bottle of Ace of Spades or something. And I said it had better been empty. Either way, she clocked Cold Killer upside the head. And it turned it into a big old situation, a big old to-do. They said the people was in there fighting. Natalie on the mic hollering, you guys, I have billionaires in the club. They're invisible, but they're here. You guys, what's going on? Security, production, get this. Pass me my vape. I'm ready, guys. What's going on? So now Cold Killer hop into the confessional to tell us that it's one thing to have an issue with Summer, but first and foremost, she thought that they can't fight down to the club. She thought the club was the sacred space. And then secondly, Summer done hit her upside the head with an Ace of Spade bottle. And that hit different. It hit different than hands or something like that. So Cold Killer said it's cool when she get her lick back. She just don't want nobody to say nothing to her. So it's mayhem in the club. Natalie's on the ones and twos trying to play DJ. The girls are fighting. Tavy looks a mess. It's just a lot going on. And look at bald head Amber talking about, oh no, I looked up and realized these girls were using real bottles to hit each other and I decided that was enough for me. So I decided to leave. Get your bald head ass out the club. Ain't nobody invite you there, no way. Bye, Amber. So now security had to carry Summer up out the club because Summer acts a fool. Y'all already know how Summer do. She gets on that liquor and she get to acting crazy. She can't hold no liquor. So they ended up carrying her up out of there. And when she get outside, Summer is definitely summering. She looked like she just came off the project steps looking for her churn after the street lights done went on. Summer looks so bad. Oh, Summer girl, you look so bad, girl. Why is you out there letting them people hold on you like that, girl? And look at Natalie. You guys, this is Baddies. This is what we do. We give out vapes. We fight. We drink. And we fly to Dubai to poop on guys, okay? Either way, if you want to be a baddie, send me 3 vapes in the mail and an email at www.baddiesrs.com. Child, let's move on. So now Roly and Scotty meets up on the balcony and decide to twerk, and I just feel so bad for the people of London. I could imagine the smell. Oh my God. But either way, Roly said she happy that she got a booty now because she ain't never had one. She said it was like a smushed up banana before, but now she got a little something, okay? Anyway, they get to talking about what happened at the club or whatever the case may be, and Scotty's talking about how she think that throwing bottles and fighting at the club is a bit too much and that Summer gotta chill. And honestly, I think Summer do have to chill, but Summer don't have no chill. That's why they have her here. Trust and believe, Summer ain't doing nothing they ain't telling her she could do. I promise you. So then Fina, Killer, Tavy, and a bunch of the other girls meet up because they wanted to talk about what happened the night before. And everybody has the same consensus that they thought we weren't supposed to fight in the club. Hell, even Diamond was like, it's messed up because that's the only place we really get our bookings. And we really can't afford to mess that up. Now, Fina feels like she don't have no issue with them having beef, but Fina feels like when it comes down to what happened that night in the club, they was both standing on the table, and then all of a sudden, Summer hit old girl with the bottle, and obviously everybody thinks that that's dangerous because it could have really hurt somebody. Now, as it pertains to Cold Killer feels like, she feel like someone was trying to unalive her, trying to kill her. She said, because girl, you could have really hit me in my head and I would have not woke up. Now, listen, I agree with that, and I think Summer does go too far. I think the problem comes from me when y'all be trying to put restrictions and rules on an unrestricted and ruleless society. This is Baddies. Like, you either gonna be barbaric or you not. Like, and I'm not even promoting people doing horrible things, but we're watching a show called Baddies where they do horrible things. Where y'all be coming up with these moral clauses from, I don't know, but neither here nor there. Let's move on. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what Tavy said. It don't even matter. It's just the fact that I saw Tavy pass across my screen, and it made me think of the fact that I just left my 85-year-old grandma's house yesterday, and even her face didn't look this bad. Tavy, if nobody has ever told you before, listen to me, and listen to me good. I think you a sweet person, sweet as pie even. But Tavy girl, you look so bad. I'm sorry, Tavy. I'm sorry. I had to say that part. Girl, why does it look like you got beat up by the concrete? You know what? Let me move on, y'all. Because y'all going to say I'm bullying and all of that. And that ain't what I'm doing. This is roasting gags, y'all. Chill out now. Moving on. Now, the big three decides to talk about what happened the night before. And according to them, they say they cool. But, when it comes down to Summer feels like she didn't mean to hit the girl with a bottle, but she hit her with it and it went up. And it is what it is. But she feel like she don't care because she don't like Cold Killer. But I do think it's dangerous that you're throwing bottles. We got to stop the violence and increase the peace. I guess I'll put me a little moral clause in there since y'all want to have one on a fake tip anyway. Yeah, stop the violence and increase the peace. And speaking of increasing the peace, who did this girl makeup? You look so bad. Sorry, I like your legs, but you look a mess. Too much makeup. Moving on. Now, I know everybody hate Dolly, but Dolly looks so pretty right here. Dolly, even though she wear her boobs like a t-shirt, Dolly is really a pretty girl to me, y'all. I know y'all back out there. I think Dolly is beautiful. I don't know what she said, but girl, you look good right here, Dolly. And shut up. Let's move on. Oh yeah, Lex did bring up the fact that she gonna have to pop Tavy one more time because Tavy was running around telling people she wanted. And I'm telling y'all, when she popped Tavy, don't get on here talking about Lex wrong because Tavy keep going around telling people she wanted with that girl. And then when Lex come back and give it to her, then y'all be wrong. Y'all be wanting to say that girl wrong. No, Lex, I'm team Lex. I like Lex. I know y'all, a lot of people don't like Lex. And a lot of people don't like Lex because she beat up y'all faves. But I have always been team Lex from day one. I like Lex. So shout out to Lex. I don't like her makeup, but I like Lex. So I'm Team Lex, and I'm going to be on her side, period. And Tavy ass need to stop telling people it's up whenever she run into Lex, knowing every time she run into Lex, she be down on the ground. It don't never be up, because Tavy always be down on the ground. Girl, let's move on. Now, the girls all head out to do an event. I guess they going to a beer garden. Them heifers don't look like they drank no beer. Hell, as a matter of fact, what's the girl name? Dolly said she drank beer. Then she said a Corona, girl. Anyway, they on the way to do the beer drinking situation. And what's this girl named? Roly, big, fat, funky, nasty, cheesy, greasy, dirty, is on the bus talking about how she ain't like the fight that happened at the club with the bottle and all of that. And they need to figure out life and things of that nature. Girl, let's move on, okay? So then Scotty decides to check on Cold Killer and was like, Killer girl, are you okay? I heard you got popped upside the head with the Ace of Spades bottle. How are things going for you? And you know, Killer said she cooling or whatever. She went to the urgent care. They said she was going to be all right. She said, but at the end of the day, she going to pop some of her. And you know what? For the first time, I'm on Cold Killer side. She supposed to pop her. She supposed to. On site. It ain't even on site. It's just at will. You know what I'm saying? She supposed to pop her, so I'm with her. And look at all Lilo and Stitch. Girl, you don't get your big comfy count. Talking about she don't like. Who she said she ain't like Russian cream? Shut up. You don't get to like or dislike nobody when you look like that and fight like that. Girl, if you don't get that Jerry curl wig and them glasses up off my screen, bye, LCK. Now, the girls arrived to the beer garden. Obviously, they came in separate sprinters. But remember, what's the girl named Cold Killer says up? And not on site. She said at will. That's a different one. That's a new one. I just made that up. So she said it's at will. So as soon as the girls get themselves together, boom, here go a big old fight. Okay, Rican came from the side and ran up on Summer and got the mixing. And I ain't gonna lie, I gotta call it fair. It seemed like Killer. It seemed like Killer got the best of Summer. I ain't gonna lie. It seemed like when they were going head up and was swinging, it seemed like Rican got her. I think Summer kind of came on the tail end and kind of got a little 1-2 yin-yang. But for the most part, if I'm being honest and calling the fight fair, then I would obviously give this fight to Cold Killer. Cold Killer really had it on her mind. When she ran up on this girl here, on Summer, she just swung. When I tell you, if putting your head down and windmilling was a person, shout out to my girl, Cold Killer. She did a big one. That's what she was supposed to do. And I like Summer. But right is right and wrong is wrong. She did what she was supposed to do. And this how I know it was worth it. Because when Summer came up, Summer was tired. Not only that, Summer had a knot on his forehead, girl. I thought was a doorknob. Girl, what is going on? But they both shared knots. Either way, it was a 1-2 yin-yang. And listen, Summer said her arm was hurting, her hand was swollen or something like that. Summer copped out. Girl, Summer said she don't want no more smoke. Look at Diamond. Even Diamond was like, what? I think what happened, though, when it came to Cold Killer, I think Cold Killer was more upset than anything. And because of that, I think all fear left her and she just went with it. And that's how she probably got Summer. You know, with people like Summer, you can really get at them. You just got to get up under that exterior. And I think that's what I think that's what Cold Killer was capable of doing. And that's why she won that fight. Because with Summer's the type of girl, if she feel like she got you with her mouth, she gonna beat you with her hands. And, you know, my girl was able to defeat that. Now, mind you, this is making Roly mad. I don't know if it's making her frustrated or mad, but Roly done had enough of these girls fighting. Roly said we done fought everywhere we went, and every time you turn around, y'all hoes get to going back and forth, get the windmilling. I'm tired of this. Roly said everybody who got an issue about to get it off their chest. She said as it pertains to Cold Killer in Summer, what y'all about to do? Y'all want to fight again? And I ain't gonna lie, when I saw Cold Killer face like this, I said I think they both tapped out. I know Summer said she was good, but when I seen Cold Killer, I say they both tapped out. I mean, look at Cold Killer and they both tapped out. Then don't worry about it, fact. Both of them is good to go. They can't go another round. And plus, Summer claim her hand is so swollen. I'm not saying that she lying. I'm just saying a lot of girls on the show have swollen hands. That's all I'ma say. So then Diamond decides to take this opportunity to confront not Sky, why I call that girl Sky? Summer. Diamond confronts Summer and tells Summer that basically she messing up the church's money. She messing up the bookings, and plus the things that she's doing is dangerous. Hitting people with a doggone Ace of Spades bottle is super dangerous, and she said she knows somebody who died like that. Now, according to Summer, Summer was like, girl, it ain't that deep. We had to fight. Yeah, it was dangerous. Yeah, I was wrong. But chill out. And Summer, no, you need to chill out. Like, you really do go too far. And that's why people get frustrated and feel like you do the most and don't want you around. You got to be able to color within the lines. But it don't look like she was good at that. So Summer feels like she was just reacting to something. And she feel like she's being targeted. But Diamond is telling her that she could have killed Cold Killer. And that would have been ironic with that name. But, Summer feels like it wasn't that deep. But then she realizes that she shouldn't have threw the bottle in the club. And that's all that matters. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have threw no bottle nowhere, but especially in the club. And she look at Pretty P and tell Pretty P that she's welcome back and she don't want no more smoke with her. And Pretty P was like, she wanted to smoke with me, but she told me she wanted to cop a plea. So I'm just trying to end the episode and end the season. Shut up, Pretty P. I don't even know why you came back. Get off of here. So then Roly brings up the fact that she believes Russian Cream has left the house. I don't know if they even got to the bottom of that, but I know that we know she left. But either way, they say that Russian Cream left, and they look over to Lilo over there, LCK, and LCK claimed Russian Cream was never her friend, that Tavy was the only one of her friend. Girl, didn't Tavy pop you upside the head a few episodes ago? Girl, LCK, can we vote to send her home on the last episode? Is this the last episode? I have so many questions. So then the girls look over to Latina, the girl we forgot, and was like, hey, Latina, you ain't had nothing to say about it. Like, what's going on with you? Girl, I forgot Latina was even here. Like, Latina, girl. Latina said she been minding her business because she wasn't here for none of this and she don't have no input on it either way. And I'm over here saying, just like Scotty said, girl, but you ain't have no input when you came in here and got beat up by Diamond the Body, but yet and still you did it. Like, you can't be hot and cold, girl. You can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You either gonna come in and be messy or no. And speaking of no, you got in the confessional. How old is Latina? Because Latina girl, I don't know if it's the hairstyle or if it's the blouse, but girl, you look at least 40 years older than what you really is. And they say, I didn't say it, don't come over here dragging me. They say y'all age bad. I don't know, but when I got a close-up, yeah, y'all do. Oh, Latina girl, you look so bad. Oh, girl, if you in your 20s, girl, go lay down. Lay down for 10 more years. Maybe it'll put 10 more years on the end of your life, girl. You look so bad. Stressed out, girl. Latina. Girl, Latina look like a TS from Thailand, girl. Let's move on. So now, Rican pops up out of nowhere. I thought she went to prison. But apparently she got an early release and she was able to make it back. Now, I don't know why she came back. She looks so bad too. But she made it back to London for what? I don't know. And she's letting us know that she didn't get locked up. Now, Summer immediately sees Rican and know that they got to square up. But Summer just got beat up by Cold Killer and she don't want another round. So she's just going to cop please and say that her hand hurt tonight. Summer girl, we see right through you, girl. Just say you scared because you ain't expect Cold Killer to beat you up. That's all. Just say that. And say you don't want to roll the dice and see if Rican going to beat you up too, girl. Moving on. And look at Elsie, the librarian, talking about, it makes sense she came from prison. She looks like she went to prison. And bitch, you look like you went to Hogwarts. Get off of here, Elsie K. LCK, Hellcy Blazer K. Girl, get off of here, girl. So now, my dog. You get it? Lex looks over to Tavy and was like, Tavy, ooh, I bet you wonder how I knew. He said, I bet you wonder how I knew you still wanted to fight. It don't matter though, because I want to fight now. What's up? Now, this is big for Tavy. Because Tavy talk cash money, shit's not eat. Tavy over there by the other girls. Was she over there with Ivory? Talking about it's on site. I ain't want to fight her on my birthday. But now that my birthday going, it's on site every day. Tavy, I need you to hold that energy you had on that bus and give it right back. Now, when that girl said you was copping please, here come Tavy. I didn't cop a please. You don't know what copping please mean. Copping please mean you questioned me about something and I tell you I didn't say it. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is actually running. That's different from copping please. Don't ever say that I cop no please. Girl, shut up. So then Roly had enough. Roly said, bitch, I'm tired. I'm tired. Everybody got to fight. Roly done pulled the old mama trick. Everybody go to bed. Roly said we done went from city to city, country to country, and y'all have us keep fighting. She said we about to put it all on the floor tonight. So anybody with an issue need to speak now, forever hold their peace. And speaking of for holding their peace, they put the camera. I didn't do this, so the cameraman did it. But they went behind Roly, and I saw the bike of her legs look like a capital letter X, and I almost lost my mind. But this ain't about Roly, so we gonna move on with the episode. So now LCK has said she had an issue with K Rican and they started fighting. And honestly, I forgot. LCK kind of was doing her big one at first. But if I'm being honest, y'all, I feel like this fight was fake. I feel like this was a fake stage fight. Y'all do know they do that on these shows, right? I mean, we've heard the cast come out and talk about how they schedule fights or made up fights behind the scenes for the show. But the way that this fight kind of went down, as far as them swinging on each other and, the licks not landing, I felt like this was more, planned and prepared. At any rate, the girls got the twisting up. It wasn't nothing to see, so if you missed it, don't go back and rewind it. All I got from the end of the fight was this. K Rican was holding her jaw or her face or something, talking about somebody bit her or grabbed her or something. I don't know. She need a tetanus shot. I don't know. And I'm just looking at LCK saying she couldn't have done that type of damage. But either way, somebody get an ambulance over there by K Rican. So now here come Roly again. Roly looks up and say, who else got issues? So then, now it's Tavy and Lex's turn. According to Roly said Tavy and Lex been having unfinished beef or whatever. She said it's time for them to twist up and do it now. And these girls need to speak now or fight now or forever hold their peace. Now, this what bothers me about Tavy. When Tavy be with the rest of them girls, Tavy be so sure of herself. She talks with her chest, full chest. Yeah, when I see it, it's on site. I didn't want it for my birthday, and it's on site next time I see her. Now the girl is over there saying, come, and you over here looking crazy. Make it make sense, nah? It's like Tavy just be talking, hoping that she don't ever have to back up the stuff she be saying. Like, whatever you say about that girl is going to get back to her, and she going to want to rearrange your face. We go through this every other episode when y'all fight. Like, make it make sense. Now look at Lex. Lex looked like she done unlocked the stud levels that other studs have never been. Lex looked like she was possessed by a stud demon. Lex is ready to fight Tavy, and I've never seen a light-skinned girl intimidate a dark-skinned girl like this. It's really upsetting my spirit a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Long story short, girl, Tavy threw Bill on Lex. Tavy, why? Unless the bill was mixed with bleach or pee, girl. What did you think this was gonna do? Well, I tell you what it did. Got Tavy beat the hell up. Girl, Lex jumped back, hit her with the bop. Then Tavy was trying to hold her head up, but she couldn't because the licks was coming too fast like helicopter doggone propellers. So she held her head down while Lex hit her bop again in the back of the head, the front of the head, the side of the head. I thought both her eyes had closed, but it seemed to me somebody must have cut the top of one of them so she could see. Girl, I don't know what was going on. All I know is Tavy having heart sometimes ain't enough. I gotta say that part. Can we talk? Everybody, y'all done switched the rules of life. Life didn't used to go, you get to get celebrated after you got beat up. See, back in my day, only the person who won the fight got celebrated. Y'all want to give out participation trophies, and this has Tavy getting her eyes closed every 3 episodes. We got to stop now. We gotta put an end to this violence. Well, Tavy seemed to disagree because she wanted to go another round. And let me tell you something. One thing I learned about Lex is when she squares up, you already lost. I'm saying, you can't give her that type of opportunity. You got to catch her off guard. It's mental with her. If you can't beat her physically, you got to beat her in here and in here. I'm trying to help y'all. Listen, okay? So she goes another round. And like I said, Tavy, you talked all that stuff you said. Now get in the paint and go ahead on handle that big boy there, boy. And look at Lex. Bitch, if I got into it with a girl and she squared up like that and I was about to fight, I cancel the fight. Don't worry about it, girl. My stomach hurt. I got cramps. That's what Tavy should have did, but she couldn't because Tavy had them talk too much stuff. So now it was Tavy's turn to get bopped, and now it's time to get bopped. Like, and I don't want to hear nobody in the comments, but then Lex is mean. I don't care. Tavy asked for it, so Tavy got bopped again, and it is what it is. And you know what's a bit funnier, or at least a little bit more hysterical about this situation? Every time Tavy get into a fight and her wig come off, the nigga creep out of her. You know what I mean? Like, and she's a woman. This is what we know. But whenever she getting beat up, maybe the masculine side creeps out of her, and we get to see a little bit more of that than we actually wanted to see. Hence, giving us Curious George face. Girl, Tavy eyes closed tighter than a child making a wish on their birthday, bitch. Tavy, girl, you look so bad. Tavy, how you get to look so bad in the still shot? Oh my God, girl, Tavy got beat up so bad. She did. I had to say that part, and y'all saw it, and I don't care. No, Lex ain't no bully. You can't ask for the fight, then get beat up and say you got bullied. That don't go like that. No. And look at Dolly. Dolly is just in heaven. Dolly is just loving the fact that she teamed up with at least one other girl who could fight. Because we all know Summer ain't the other one. But Dolly is just so happy that Tavy got beat up. Dolly, girl, leave them people alone. Mind your business. And look at Lex. Girl, I'm not fighting nobody who don't mind getting dragged by security like this. Girl, somebody who don't mind letting the security people drag them don't care about nothing. Why would you want to fight somebody like this? This is crazy. Like, y'all got to start using y'all brain. I'm not fighting no bitch who don't mind getting dragged out the club by the security. Not doing it. And look at Roly wig. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
Just let your soul, baby, feeling oh so silky smooth.
So Roly going all around the table asking everybody who they got beef with and why they don't settle it right now. Because according to Roly, we're not taking this into the next city. Is there even a next city? Either way, Lex looks over to Fina and asks Fina if she had beef. Now, this is where it goes crazy. According to Roly, Lex and Fina's beef is from like episodes ago when allegedly Lex or somebody threw noodles on Fina, and now all of a sudden Fina feel played again and they don't mind fighting. Girl, y'all fight for anything. At this point in time, y'all don't even need a reason to fight. Just fight, because if Fina really felt played, or if one of them really felt played about some noodles, they would have been for it. Like, they wouldn't have just started fighting about it. But here we go. And I forgot, it wasn't Lex who threw the noodles. It was Dolly who threw the noodles. And that's why they wanted to fight. So now Dolly and Fina got into the fight. And if I had to honestly say who won, I kind of want to say it was a tie. But I will say Fina did her big one. I mean, you know, Dolly do her thing, but Fina do her thing too. Like, let's really be clear. But they ended up twisting up or whatever the case may be behind some old throw noodles, girl. Noodles that was so old, I don't even know if they even remember the whole situation happening. Either way, I think it was just a moment in time for, what's this girl named Roly, to get these girls to fighting so we can just get this episode out the way, because apparently they can't go nowhere, no way. Now, this the part that got me. Dolly and a lot of these girls on Baddies do this, and it bothers me. Why y'all wear y'all titties like t-shirts? Y'all don't be shamed. Don't the cold air touch your nipples and make you feel a little bit of shame and embarrassment? You heifers just be all around here with your titties on your chest like they chains, girl. Put a shirt on, Dolly. Bad enough them floating devices don't move no way. It's like the Gorilla Glue girl. Get up off of here. Now, they break the fight up, and poor Fina, you know, she's a pretty girl. She don't be over there with all of that riffraff like Dolly. Dolly been fighting since she come in the womb. You see what I'm saying? Poor Fina done got hit in the nose, and it kind of messed with her a little bit. I know what it feels like, girl. I remember the first time I got hit in the nose, girl. Made me think I was going to see my maker, girl. I know exactly how you feel, especially when you're pretty, girl. You don't want to walk around with no bloody nose and all of that. So Scotty tried to come help her or whatever the case may be, but Fina is freaking out because she want to get to the mirror to make sure her nose ain't messed up, as she should. But before they could do that, her and Dolly ran another round, girl. Let me tell you something. Dolly, I will say, is fake for fighting these girls, especially when she didn't want to fight while Ivory was there, but we've already discussed that. But one thing I do respect about Fina is how she don't back down. So now security steps in to break up the fight again. And again, Fina has been punched in the nose. She need to go check on that. So Fina gets to the back to check on her nose. She wants to kind of get out of the camera and, just make sure things are good. Make sure her face is still intact. Make sure she's still pretty. You feel what I'm saying? Know what it feel like, girl. Anyway, she in the back trying to check her nose. And you know how they say the sharks be hunting in the water? There was a shark just walking by the door. And I feel like this shark smelt the blood in the water. You know how they say on the Jaws movies? Y'all remember the Jaws movies from like the 70s and the 80s? They say that sharks can smell the prey by the blood. And I believe that RoboCop here smelled Fina's blood in the hallway. So she stopped. So she goes up to Fina and was like, OMG, Fina, are you okay, baby girl? I watched your fight. You did so well. Now, Fina is not slow and Fina is not crazy. Fina knows that burly woman wants to scissor her, but Fina don't want to do that. But Fina trying to be cordial because she don't want this to turn into a prison situation. So here comes Tavy. Oh my God, Fina, let me see your face. Oh, just know you did your thing, baby girl. So Fina was like, nah, I'm good. Thank you, Tavy. I'm good. I already got the medic looking at it. You don't need to touch my face. Everything's good. And Tavy was like, no, baby girl. I need to check you. I need to make sure you good. That's what I do from my hood. So then she pulled Fina closer to her. And I said, oh my God, Fina, call the police, girl. This is SA. So she pulled Fina closer to her, girl, and got close to the girl's face and pulled Fina. I felt it for her. She was a victim. Because look at this shark in the water, girl. Jaws' little cousin. Tavy, leave that girl alone. She don't want no help from you, girl. Look at Tavy. Girl, pull Fina. Fina, girl, blink twice if you need help. Blink twice, Fina, because she tried to kiss you. I saw it. And I know you didn't like it. And ain't nothing wrong with you saying, get your ugly ass out my face. As a matter of fact, that's what I would have told her. But you and me different. You see what I'm saying? So poor Fina had to suffer in silence with this girl all in her face trying to put her black and mild breath all on her nose. Poor thing. Let's move on. Now, Scotty and Lex, I'm not about to do it. Here comes Scotty jumping in. I don't even know where Scotty came from. I don't even know what Scotty was talking about. All I know is the yellow on yellow crime, not about to go back and forth with it. Lex and Scotty still scissoring. Lex and Scotty still on TV acting like they fighting each other because they scissoring behind the scenes. Is there any questions down in the audience? Let's move on. Now, one thing I will say in Scotty's defense, Lex wanting a doggone apology for that wig, she gotta eat that. Girl, this is Baddies. Y'all gonna lose some wigs. And girl, they both pale. Scotty, stop tying your hair up like you can fight. You done let one or two little 1-2s get to your head. Put your hair back down and leave them people alone, Scotty, before Lemmy Well have to peel you up off the floor. Then Scotty looks over to Dolly and said, Dolly, and you don't say nothing because I remember you was over here talking about you wanted to fight everybody. And now all of a sudden you over here copping please. And they did the flashback with Dolly saying when her hand get better that she wanted it with everybody. But I'm over here saying, what's the girl name? Scotty, stop. Now Dolly jumps down and was hollering. She ain't never said she wanted to fight everybody. Dolly, yes you did. Now according to Lex, not Lex. Why I keep calling her Lex? Because they both pale. Scotty said that she said she wanted to fight everybody except Natalie and Roly. Good choice. Natalie because your ass to get fired. Roly because your ass to get pulverized. You get it? See, Dolly ain't as slow as y'all think she is. So now here comes Tavy coming around the corner after creeping up on Fina, talking about, oh my God, I woke up after trying to get a little something from Fina, and I walk in and see Dolly over there trying to fight Scotty. Like, yo, your energy is crazy, yo. Why would you want to fight Scotty? I scissor with her sometimes, yo. Make it make sense. So now, this the part that got me. So Roly catches Tavy in the back. And she says, Tavy, I want to talk to you, sweetheart. Now, mind you, Roly is the veteran here. So Roly pulls Tavy to the side and says, Tavy, look at yourself. He said, when was the last time you looked in the mirror? If you haven't, I want to tell you, from one person to another, you look a mess. She was like, you look so bad. And this is hard to say from me because I'm the one always looks so bad. But I got to say this part right here. How many times is you going to fight before you realize that you can't beat up Lex? How many fingers you gonna break? Hold your hands up. Bitch, you got more bandages on your hand than Freddy Krueger. You need to stop. Do you want to lose all mobility in your fingers? Don't you like fingering the girls whenever you slip up behind them? How's you gonna do that if you keep fighting and losing all the feeling in your tingling? It's not worth it, baby. Take it from me. I done lost a lot. I done been beat up bad. Take it from me. You're better than this. You're not cuter than this. You're better than this. Now, I get it. You want to make your way. You don't want to feel like a punk. Nobody does. But how many fingers do you want to go home with? That finger has brought you a long way. It even got you here. Do you want to leave with no fingers? All to say you're not a punk? I need you to look me in the eye. I've been there. I fought the battle so you don't have to, sister. Save your fingers and save your life by going home. Because if you stay here, both of your hands gonna look like they're in the baseball bats. Because all your fingers gonna be left down at the Zeus Network. Do you hear me? Go home, girl. So Tavy was like, yo, nobody never put it to me like that, yo. All the niggas grew up with me on the block, yo. None of them niggas even try to put no game to me like that, yo. You know what, Roly? That's why I rock with you, yo. That's why I bought you the heavy boots, bro. Like, you really, you get me, bro. Thank you, bro. So Roly in the back checking on all the girls, making sure they straight. According to Killer and Fina and all of them, they just feel like that the girls just keep wanting to fight them, and they got certain girls in the house that's not fighting nobody at all. They just feel like they're being picked on. But Roly says she ain't telling nobody what to do. She just telling them to get whatever they got to get off their chest so they can move on. Now, this is the worst part. Chin Up and Baldhead is on their way walking in. Now, they supposed to be bringing the girls to the club. But how they gonna go to the club? Now, normally they give them 10 minutes to go in on and put a little jacket on and spray a little body spray on them to get to the club. But right now, they already running behind. They not gonna make it. So as Natalie, Chin Up, and Baldhead is walking in and invite the girls to the club, they don't realize they walking into a show. You know what I mean? And look at Natalie. Oh my God, I'm walking up to the house. I didn't know what was going on. All I know is I saw the cameras running, security running, production running. So I grabbed my vape and I just knew we had some really good footage. But I gotta get in here to see what's going on. Oh my God, pass me my vape. So Natalie walks in, chin in the air, face in the sky, and brain in disbelief. Poor Natalie. Natalie said, girl, we had a meeting with the queen and you hoes is in here tearing each other wigs off. Natalie, what did you expect, my girl? Poor Natalie, she is in pale disbelief. Look at a clear woman creeping up out of her. You know, clear women be surprised when they in disbelief. That's the part of Natalie that's in this much disbelief. But she can't believe that these girls can't get it together for 5 minutes to get together and do some charity or something, even though that ain't what they was about to go do. Natalie said, look, I came in here to invite you hoes out to the streets, and y'all hoes can't go nowhere because there's wigs, tampons, and honey packs all over the house. We not going to be able to make it to the club because y'all just want to fight. That's all y'all do. Duh, Natalie. That's what you paid them to do. Stop acting crazy. Slow. Anyway, look at Baldhead Amber. Oh my God, this is so crazy. These girls, I came to the house to get these girls to the club, but it seems like these girls aren't going to make it to the club. Oh my God, I could never make it in a place like this. Shut your bald head ass up with your pale bald head ass. You look like a light bulb. Shut up, Amber. So now Summer is getting into it with the big three, K, Rican, Killer, and Fina. I think it's mostly with K, Rican, or Killer. I can't remember them two apart. But anyway, she getting into it with them, basically telling them that it's up for whatever they want to do. And they going back and forth as they always do. Now, in the midst of this, Natalie was telling them that she was going to get them on stage at a concert, but they can't go now because all these girls want to do is fight. And in the bike round, we got mini fights that's kind of brewing, and we don't even realize it because everybody's so busy paying attention to Summer get into it with K. Rican or one of the girls. Y'all know which ones I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, while that's going on, Natalie sees Roly and was like, hey girl, I bought you a new vape. I love your hair. How are things for you? I hope everything's going well. And as soon as Natalie went to tuck on her vape, listen to me and listen to me good. Natalie couldn't even get the smoke down her throat. Before all she knew, Dolly had done ran behind somebody. I don't know who she hit. and done hit somebody, and the windmills got the windmilling, but it wasn't no wind, but the mills kept milling. All I know is they got the fighting, and this is where the episode stopped. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I'm tired of seeing Dolly fight, but I love watching Lex fight. I'm tired of Summer. I'm tired of everybody and Roly at this point in time. Girl, what y'all think about this episode? Drop down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and I'll catch y'all hoes on the next one, girl. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.